So, you know when you walk into a Warhammer store and some guy yells, "For the Emperor!" and then they throw some dice and then they curse. Okay, so who is that Emperor? Why does it look like Jesus? Well, I'm gonna tell you just this. Without him, humanity is doomed. But with him, humanity is still kinda doomed, just slower. For the Emperor is also a version of a cheers for people like us that play Warhammer. But let's talk about this guy. So this guy is born on Terra. Terra is Earth, and some theories say that he was created by the combined souls of ancient shamans to guide humanity, but this is not, we don't know if that's true or not. And he has been secretly guiding human civilizations for millennia, hiding his powers because he's a great guy. So he's basically the strongest human psyker ever. The guy can read minds, he can see the future, he can manipulate matter, he can kill the demons with a thought, and he can shut down other psykers' powers. Like, this guy is the GOAT of psykers, okay? So his goal was united, rational, science-driven human empire, cazzo, no religion. Did you hear me? No religion. Well, it didn't go really well. Anyway, so he is a god-tier guy. Right now, he is alive, but kinda dead. But he's alive. He's sitting on a throne. The throne is made of gold. It's kinda complicated, but anyway, just in theory, this guy is immortal. And he did look like Jesus when he was younger. I don't know if that matters or not. He is the only reason why humanity can survive in this universe. He did a lot of stuff, important stuff, like he united Earth after lots and lots of wars. Those are called the Unification Wars. He created the Primarchs and the Space Marines. So the Primarchs, who are the Primarchs, you might ask? The Primarchs are his superhuman sons, 20, and each one has unique skills and a unique personality. You might know the most famous one probably is Gilliman, okay? And Horus, but we'll talk about Horus too. So they basically they were scattered across the galaxy by chaos before they could grow up together. So the Emperor finds them one by one during the Great Crusade and gives each of them command of a Space Marine Legion. Now, I know you're asking about what the fuck is a Space Marine. You gotta explain me what is a Space Marine. I know nothing, Jon Snow. Well, a Space Marine is a genetically enhanced super mega hyper soldier that is created by the Emperor using the gene seed of his superhuman sons, the Primarchs. Okay, so they're the sons kinda of the Primarchs created with a gene seed that gives them organs and a lot of stuff. They're superhumans, super strong, that kind of stuff. And they are Marines. So what else did the Emperor do? He kicked off the Great Crusade to unify the galaxy. Now, as I told you, he didn't want to be worshipped. He banned religion entirely during the Great Crusade. Fuck, no religion at all. And now, 10,000 years later, the Imperium worships him as a god emperor. So things went south. That didn't work out for him. Poor guy. So now he is sitting on a throne being dead. Why? Why? Who would kill such a guy? Well, chaos, obviously. But we're not talking about chaos. His son killed him. Horus, who committed heresy. Now, who the hell is Horus? Well, Horus was the war master, the emperor's favorite child, and he was given command of the crusade. Now, a thing happened, which is that the chaos gods, which are the gods of chaos, corrupted him. So half of the Primarchs followed Horus, the other half stayed loyal to the emperor, so you get into a giant a civil war, it's a mess, and in the end it ends with the siege of Terra, where Horus and the traitors attack the imperial palace where the emperor resides, okay? So the emperor now gets mortally wounded after fighting Horus, and he now sits in the Golden Throne. So what is the Golden Throne? It's a cool name, but what is it? Well, the Golden Throne, it was originally built as a webway gate to connect humanity without warp travel. Yes. Now. What is the warp, Kat? So you got to explain what is the warp. I will tell you what is the warp. The warp is like a parallel dimension made of psychic energy, okay? Think of it as an ocean of thoughts, emotions, nightmares. You can travel through it faster than light. So it's really cool. Problem is that it's full of monsters and gods who want to eat your soul. Because yeah, in the Warhammer universe, when you die, you don't just die, it just gets worse. So that's what it is. After then the injury of the Emperor, the throne gets repurposed as a life support device to keep him kinda alive, okay? So it's basically a giant psychic beacon. It's a corpse keeping machine. But here's the thing, the Emperor can't die, because if he dies, humanity loses this psychic beacon, which is called the Astronomicum, a lot of beautiful Latin names in Warhammer. So he needs 1,000 psykers sacrificed daily cazzo, to keep running. You need 1,000 psykers, so it's people with psychic powers, and you need to kill them every day. 1,000 of them. That's a huge resource investment there. Now the thing is that the Emperor, even if he's alive, he cannot rule directly. So the High Lords of Terra run the Imperium, but they are corrupt, incompetent, so they're not good guys usually. It's a mess. So the psychic presence of the Emperor still protects humanity from the worst of the warp. So in theory, if he dies, the warp storms will cut off the worlds, and then chaos takes everything. Pretty much, that's what it is. So that's the Emperor. Basically, to recap, an immortal god, king, best dude in the galaxy, dead but not dead, psychic battery keeping humanity from being eaten by space demons. He's the center of the imperial culture, religion, military, everything revolves around him. Do you understand, cazzo? Everything revolves it's about the Emperor. It's always about the Emperor, okay? The Imperium is basically a giant theocracy built on his image, which is the opposite of what you wanted. Mamma mia, what a disaster, what a disaster. I'll see you next time though.